She. What's going on, y'all? So, got a couple things I kind of want to do to this thing here. I actually didn't take a video of this. I was going to, but time frame. Oh boy, big old bee in here. Jesus, what is that thing doing? Out the door. Anyway, look at this thing. Thing is massive. Okay. Anyway, squirrel. So I actually ended up switching wheels on this. I got these wheels for a real good price. They are actual, like the ZR1 5-spoke wheels that I think came on your high-optioned SS cars, if I'm right. But I got these off Facebook Marketplace for $200. This thing's going nuts. They finally flew away. Anyway, $200. They're in decent shape. One of them has a little bit of curb rash, but you know, they're from the 90s, so what do you expect? Got some new lug nuts for it because I'm missing 2 lug nuts on the front of here. So I got lug nuts for all new lug nuts for all the wheels. This side over here on the driver's side, passenger side. These center caps is like missing all the red. So I actually bought these. I wanted to just buy center caps, but I couldn't find any. So I'm gonna put 2 of these on this side because the front one's gone too. But I'm gonna leave this side alone because these are still good. The red's still on them. These are a little bit more of like a faint red on here. Kind of like the more like brighter red, but hey, this is all I could find, so this will do for now. We are packed solid in here. We got appliances, side jobs, you know. What also I'm going to do is pull this guy out and paint this guy actually black, just because I don't like this stainless steel look on here anymore. But yeah, so we're going to get that guy out. We're going to try maybe today to clean these letters up here. Like I said, I did a little bit on the bottom here. I have an idea to where maybe I can, I don't know, heat this up a little bit and it'll come off easier. Because I want to get the black inlays in here because I'm tired of this red on the back of here and the paint just looks like crap. Maybe pop a new taillight in here because I do have one, not a new one, but it is used. But this just looks like crap. So yeah, we're gonna do all that. Follow along. See you in a minute. All right. So it looks like there's 4 screws on this. I think 1 here, 1 there. Same thing on the other side. Oh yeah. A lot of bugs behind there, huh? So I'll probably clean this off. I'm not gonna really clean this because I just power washed this the other day, and I don't care too much about it. So I'm gonna show you the paint I'm using though. So this is the actual paint that I'm gonna use. I use this. Oh Jesus! Yeah, I use this stuff on the buckets of here. And I think this should work for metal. So either way, so this is what I have. This is what I'm going to try to use. And from what I remember, it laid really nicely. So we're going to go with that. So we'll let that dry for a minute and probably do 3 coats on it. So we'll time that and go back over it. I just grab the screws, threw them in these holes of this license plate, because we're just going to give those a coat too. So these are what I went with. These are Dorman 711305A. They're all black. I was kind of overthinking it after that. Like maybe I should have did chrome or something, but these will look good. Also, you want to be sure when you're buying lug nuts that you get the right kind of like shank at the bottom there. So see how these are exactly the same? Keep an eye out for that because there's certain lug nuts for certain wheels. Pretty sure these torque spec is 100 foot-pounds. I do 110 because that's what I like. All right, so we're gonna try and take care of this cap. I'm gonna wipe her off here. Let her dry for a minute. I gotta try and put some gloves on. So I've been trying to think of how the heck I'm gonna get this thing on here, because you have to like, let's see how close the red this is to the actual wheel. Yeah, a little off, but that's why we're doing it on the passenger side, because it will be different, but almost the same. So what I've thought about doing was I may just try and take this off and place it on there and see how it goes. You probably could cut it out of here and like set it, start it, peel it down, but like I said, I'm lazy. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. So you got that overlap there. Just gonna run across there with a razor. Trim that excess off. Boom. Barely can notice. Looks pretty solid. Much better. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna pop that back part off, or back wheel off, do the same thing. Just get all these black lug nuts installed, and we're waiting on that front grille piece to dry. So I'll catch you here in a minute. Now, I think that looks a lot better. Now, you get up close, you can see there's some bings and stuff in it, but that's just from rocks and stuff on the road. But I'm gonna pull this thing out, and we're gonna see how it kind of looks, that front grille looks. I do want to change these marker lights. I might do that too. So many things. Right in my face. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Definitely a lot better. So now, yes, we do have to change those marker lights because I am not happy with how the amber looks on that. So we'll get some, like they have those back black faced ones. So yeah, we're gonna go with those. But for now, we'll got our lug nuts on. We are going to work. I'm trying to get this paint off here. It's going to be a drawn out process. We'll see if we can figure it out. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm gonna have to keep stabbing at this. It's got to get worse before it gets better. I've been trying to do multiple things here. Mr. Clean Pad, these things usually work pretty good, but it's not getting that off. Q-tips with some brake cleaner. I don't know if paint thinner will work a little bit better. And I also have this, like this adhesive remover tool that works pretty good, but this paint seems thin on the back of here because it's gone through, went through on there. So this is just going to be really, really tedious. Unfortunately, what we'll have to do is come back with it with like a little bit of touch-up paint, hit these few spots here and there, and make me feel a little bit better about it. But we're getting there. I think we got most of this C done. We got get a little bit more in there. This A got a little bit in the corner. I want to get this little bit of extra paint in these corners and stuff. Working on this M, then I have to go, and then I got 3 more, so pretty much these M's is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm not really worried about the stuff on top, more or less the sides here, and then all this stuff in the bottom here, so very, very annoying. So I'll bring you guys back once I get all this paint cleared off. All right, people, that was a pain, but I got it all touched up here. So I literally had to go around. This may look pretty decent on, it does look decent in person, honestly. But I had to go around with a razor and chip all this paint off here. You had to use adhesive remover and everything. This took me probably, I didn't even go up on the top sections here. You're not gonna see that top portion. And then I went and bought some touch-up paint, touched up around here and stuff, and it looks pretty decent. There's a little nick here from something, I don't know. But we got our inlays here. We're gonna pop them in there. Hang tight. So much better. God, I love that more than the red, for sure. Looks clean. Real happy with that. So that is great. There's still little spots of red you can see on there. But now I think what I'm going to try to do is swap out this tail light, because I gotta glue this. These always fall out of these tail lights, I guess. I do have another one, so we're gonna go grab that one and pop it in. This one's starting to crack over here a little bit, but I do have another right side, so we'll leave it how it is. We'll pop that thing in there, get this thing looking right. All right, so I don't know what happened over the winter here, but these struts lost their juice, it seems like. So we're gonna replace those. Have some new ones here. I'm gonna pop those guys on, as long as I figure out how to get these out. Looks like they got a torque screw on the front here, both of the fronts. Why can't they just make it like the old ones, where it's pop on, pop off? So I gotta take this little tab off on the top of this A pillar, whatever you call it, B pillar, I don't know which pillar, some pillar, and kind of release that a little bit, so that I can get to that torque screw. I'll bring you in there and show what I'm talking about. Ugh. So there's this little release thing here. You gotta kind of pop this guy out somehow. There we go. Screw just couldn't work. You have to make some crazy contraption. Yep, T50 is your ticket. Oh God, I already knew. It was gonna be tight. Yeah, buddy. Got an idea for that. Scary. Get off there. May have to mess with this a bit. There we go. Alright, so it's gonna hold it. That should hold it there pretty solid. So let's hurry up and get this side out, eh? I feel like you always want to do these a side at a time. You don't want just one thing holding that back part up. Oh my God. Jesus, I had to push that thing up so high. Solid. Oh yeah, it pops up now. Let's go put that panel back in. Alright, so we got those in, that's good. One less thing to worry about, and my hatch stays open, thankfully. So now we have to try to figure out how to get these taillights out. I know I think there's only two spin things on here. It's easy. Yeah, so you got one here. This is what the nut looks like. You got one there and one here. So we're gonna try to get to this guy. Perfect. Probably don't even have to take anything off in here. That's nice. Because in the 88 Camaro, you gotta take everything, at least that whole back panel off. It's not too bad to do, but man, this one looks so much more clear than this one. I feel like it's not too bad though. At least it's not all cracked up though. We should blow out the inside of this thing, huh? Ugh. Man, I think that looks so much better with the black lettering on it. Yeah, it does. Thank the Lord for that. Anyway, so now I'm just waiting on our front marker lights, parking lights, whatever you want to call them, turn signal lenses. I had to order some clear ones because they don't make those black ones anymore. They make these one black ones, but they got this stupid orange marker on it, and it just didn't look good to me. I think they call it the Euro. But so I bought some clear ones, and I bought some tinted like headlight wrap. We're gonna wrap those, slap these in there, see how it looks. All right, so we're back. Been a couple days. I ordered the tint for those marker lights I bought, and I ordered the wrong style. I ordered like a matte finish. I wanted a gloss finish, so it's pretty much just been waiting on stuff. So I got these guys in here. I'm gonna show you. So I wrapped one, I didn't wrap the other. I'm going to show you what we got here. So this is a clear one. I kind of like the clear. Kind of gives it a clean look, but doesn't really match the headlight that much. Then we got the black one. And I think that's just going to look good. So I think we're going to run the black. Unfortunately, I think this is a common problem. This got a little toasty at some point. That's why you use your bulb grease, guys, or some lithium grease, or what is it? Dielectric grease, I'm sorry. That's why they say to use that in there. So both sides are like that. So I'm gonna actually, I went and bought, oh, Jesus, new connectors. These are usually in stock at AutoZone, it seems like. This is Dorman part number 85881. Work on probably most GM cars, I would guess. So we're gonna solder these boys in, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that bulb is the turn signal bulb. And man, I should have just bought, why didn't I buy when I was up there? I should have bought orange turn signals. Dang. Because these are clear, because they don't need to be orange or amber or whatever, because the light is orange, amber, whatever you want to call it. So AutoZone's not too far, right up the street, so I may just hop up there and grab those really quick, because these are going to be a pain in the butt to get in if this headlight assembly is. Yes, I had to pull both these headlight assemblies out to get those marker lights out. Aggravating. Why couldn't you just design it where it slides out and comes down through the bottom or something? Whatever, done and over with. It's freaking hot out here. It's probably like almost 90. Body is not used to that. So I'm going to get these soldered up. Probably take a run up to the parts store again to get those bulbs. And honestly, after this, I'll bring it back, show you how they look. And we're probably going to try to charge the AC in this guy. We'll see. Let's catch you here in a minute. Out with the old, in with the new. Put some grease in there. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go on up to the parts store. I may have some bulbs here, but I don't think so. I'll check. If not, we'll run back to the parts store. You. Oh my God, I've never had something fight me. It's been a while since something's fought me that hard. This car, she was definitely fighting me today. I got them all in, and then I was going to hook up the battery, and literally, where's this thing at? Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Let me find this real quick. Alright, I can't find it. So the battery cable, literally, I was yanking on it to pull this over here, and it literally yanked each one of these out. So there's 3 wires that go to like the positive cable. Yanked all those out. So I had to use this guy. I showed you this in my previous video. Clamped a couple new connectors on there. So now, when I go to hook up my battery, I have 3 separate ones I have to hook up instead of 1, which is great. So, anyway, we got them in. Show you guys them. I'm going to pull this thing out too. Nice and black. I definitely like the black better. The clear definitely looked, you know, it made it look pretty clean, but the black just goes with the headlights so much more. So I'm gonna roll this thing out, show you guys what we're working with. All right, so this is kind of your running light. Probably can't really, well, let me turn the actual headlights off. It's not dark yet, so we've got a little LED in here, but this looks pretty good. I'm happy with that, but this side looks better just because this LED is a little more like, there are two different LEDs. I only had these ones, so I'm gonna order another like 10 pack of these guys, and it'll look pretty good. I'd like to maybe get one that's like wider. I don't know if it'll fit in there though, that's the thing. With like multiple LEDs on it instead of just like that one center one. But we'll turn the blinkers on. We'll do no lights with blinkers. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. Pop these guys off. And we still got running lights on, right? Oh no, these are always on while we're driving. I forgot about that. Oh, the key's on, which is okay. I'm happy with that. I like it like that, actually. So yeah, I'll shut the key off. Yeah, I like those a lot. Look good. Definitely set the tone of the front of the car, actually. Let's get this hood closed, huh? Nothing in here, hello? It almost fell. Oh yeah. She looks pretty good. Don't mind this mess. What a mess. Jesus. Maybe I'll come back when it gets a little dark out. I am going to try and charge this AC, so hang out. Alright, y'all. Got everything hooked up here almost. Got our vacuum pump. I am an HVAC tech, so I am allowed to use this stuff. Realistically, anybody can buy this stuff and use it at home too, so. There's nothing in the system for sure because I had everything off. I bought these adapters from Amazon. They're like 14 bucks. So we're gonna suck this thing down and see what she does. I'll bring it back. All right, so we got our vacuum pump running. We're gonna open these valves. Both of them. Oh, we gotta open these too. I didn't have a hook, so I just used a zip tie. Oh, there we go. I forgot to turn this to vapor. So it should start sucking. We're gonna let this go. So we're right at the bottom of there in a vacuum. And then what you want to do is shut all this off, close these first while you're still sucking down, and see if it holds it. Sometimes I just like to do the surprise though, put the refrigerant in it and let it ride. Alright, so we're in about close to -30, so we're in a vacuum. So I got these all closed. So now what we really should be able to do is start the car up, let it run, charge with some Freon. So this is PAG oil. This takes 150. I gotta look up to see how many ounces again because I can't remember. But this takes 24 ounces of R134A. So I got 2 cans, 12 ounces each. So let's look up how many. I mean, realistically, just need a little bit of this if it's over. So I'm gonna look up to see what it needs. It says 9 ounces of PAG oil. This is 3. So we're gonna put this in there. And that's what we're gonna put in there. Because that's what we have. Realistically, with this thing being in a vacuum, should be able to just charge this without it running, but you want that compressor running because then all the Freon will build up in one spot. So let's get this thing running and see what happens here. No AC button, but there's an AC selector on the actual knob, so I put it to that. So what we're gonna do, we got these closed. So we're gonna take our yellow hose, our middle hose, take it off this vacuum pump, and hook it up to a can. Dang it, I think I need the attachment out of the van. Hold on. So, unfortunately what we're gonna have to do is hook this to here and just use this and use it off right on the low side. At least we got it pulled into a vacuum though. We're gonna put all 3 ounces of this in there. Pulling it pretty good. I can feel it in the can. So now we're gonna go to the Freon. So you want to kind of do this slowly, you know, you don't want to shove it all in there at once. Compressor just kicked. So it's gonna start pumping. Oh, ain't that great? Son of a biscuit. Leaking. Ain't that awesome? Well, that sucks. That's a line we just put that accumulator or whatever it is in it. It's got a fat hole in it. I think I have this line downstairs. So this is where you keep stuff, guys. Remember I said all the V6 stuff is the same? So we're gonna swap this guy out. All right. So now we have to suck this thing down again, which is great. But what are you gonna do? You see now, if I would have waited and watched to see if that thing stayed in a vacuum or not, then I would have known that it didn't hold it. So let's get for Russell. All right, like I said, so now this thing should be in a vacuum. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. It's getting empty. Not enough yet. And also, like I said, you want to moderate. You don't want to shove it all in at once. There's only a little bit left in this can. This might be empty, actually. There's a little bit in there. It's starting to get cold. This one's empty. This one has a tiny bit in it. I have another can too. It's somewhat cold, but you also got to remember it's sitting still too. And it's got headers, so that just depends on how good, you know, the flow of that system is. Hopefully this little bit here will be enough. We might need to squeak it with just a little more. So, we're gonna take this thing for a ride and see if maybe cruising down the street gets some airflow in there, if that helps any. Because realistically, unfortunately, we blew all that refrigerant out, so now I don't know how much refrigerant's in it. I'm gonna guess, you know, at least we might have used half that can. It might not be full, but we're gonna take it for a drive while we're cruising, see how it feels while we're cruising. Because I know in my van, my work van, when I start driving, the AC gets better, so we'll try that, especially with open headers. Just to getting a little bit to dusk here. Man, these lights look good. I'm happy with that, man. Let's go for a ride. Temps at 210, we're blowing AC. It's cold, man. I mean, it's cold just sitting here. So, if you can hear it, I don't know if you could, that belt squealing. So there's a separate belt on this car for the AC, and I used the pulleys that were on there. I cleaned them up and stuff, but honestly, they really just looked shot. So, what are you gonna do, you know? So I'm gonna have to replace those pulleys. Shouldn't be too bad of a job. And, but yeah, man, I mean, we're at 210, and this is cold enough for a hot day. I mean, obviously, it's cold out right now, but, I mean, usually when you're cruising, this feels great. I'm gonna roll the windows up. Oh, yeah, man, it's like I'm in an ice box. Still running at 210, that's good. Gotta shift, people, gotta shift. Yeah, man, I mean, this thing's cool. Woo! I mean, it may be a little less on a hot day. I'd like to drive this tomorrow when it's 85. And see how it feels. But I mean, this is cool. This is awesome. Hopefully it holds the charge. I did do all new seals, and I mean, pull the vacuum. Obviously we had that leak on that line, but thank the Lord the stuff is the same from the V6 to the V8, and that I kept that actual line. So I just swapped over that gasket, and I mean, how can you complain about that? This thing has beat me up today, man. But I'm gonna take this as a win, dude. Any ABS and off light is on because that rear end I swapped in here has no reluctor wheel on it. And I didn't even think about that when I was putting it in here. So that's why that's on, but we don't need that anyway. I love these little courtesy lights. Look at these guys. So you could barely see your window selections and stuff. Yeah, man, this thing is cold. I am happy about that one. This is even on max, so I think when you put this on max, it goes to recirc. So I mean, let's pop it there. I mean, it's gonna get cold in here, dude. So think about that. If it doesn't get too cool on a hot day, then, I mean, you can put it on max and you'll get to recirc and it should get cool for you. I mean, I can thankfully, hopefully drive in this thing with the AC on and be comfortable. Because that was one of the big I mean, not big problems, but with the IROC, man, I ripped everything out. So it's like, you know, when you're driving in that thing and it's super, super hot out, I don't know if I can turn any of these on, and it's super hot out, it's very uncomfortable. I mean, you're just sweating, driving, it's not comfortable at all. I mean, some cars you don't build for comfortability, but I mean, this is the car that I built to try to get that comfortability of driving a daily driver with a decent amount of power. And I mean, and to be comfortable in it, dude. I mean, I got some nice luscious seats, some cool AC, baby. I mean, we don't get too many hot times of the year here, probably about 4 or 5 months, maybe. I'd say 4 at the max. But when you need that AC, it is nice. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully this holds the charge. Because if it doesn't, I mean, it held a vacuum. I guess what, I don't know what I would do. But if it doesn't hold the charge, guess we're running no AC. But hopefully it does. So let's do a little walk around of this guy, huh? Freaking dark out here, man. It's only 9:30 though. I'm glad I picked the black. Looks really good with the bumper and the headlights. So yeah, I'm glad I did that, man. We did a freaking lot today, and over the course of this week, got those lights in, had to mess with that, you know, those sockets because they weren't right or whatever. They were all burnt up too. Charged the AC. I mean, come on. This thing should be just ready to roll now, hopefully. I would like I said, I would like to drive it on a real hot day and see how it does. And, I mean, hopefully that's it for a little bit. We'll see what happens or what springs up. I don't know what to tell you or what I'm going to be doing here soon. Haven't really drove the red car in a while. Haven't drove it since or started it up since that oil leak video. I've been really driving this, man, but this is new. This is fun. Trying to get some miles on it because it is a new car, and it's just been so hot. And like I said, when I drive this thing, it gets really hot in here. So next week's supposed to be in the 70s, so maybe one day I can take this to work out or something like that. It needs clean very badly. I feel bad, but it is what it is. She's probably getting very upset every time I pull the white car out. But so yeah, for now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these things. I mean, I'm just gonna cruise the white one, but you know, maybe we'll try to get to some events here. I would like to do some autocross maybe in the white one or this one. I really, really want to get into some drag racing, but I just don't want to put the red car through that. The 10 bolt in it is not built for sticky tires, and I'm not spinning all the way down the track. It's just not happening. So maybe in the future with this thing, we'll get a 12 bolt or a 9-inch in here, and we'll put some stickies on it and let her roll. But I would like to just build a separate car for drag racing, you know, just a little, you know, something that's beat up. It doesn't have to be nice, but just go fast with it maybe. That's down the line, obviously. Got to get some things in order, trying to possibly move and stuff. We'll see what happens. But yeah, what I really wanted to do this year, I was looking into it, was Power Tour. Just wasn't in the books for me this year. I've heard how much fun people have there and everything. And, like I said, it just wasn't in the books just because I've heard that hotel prices are super expensive there because they know you're coming and they hike the price up. So that's unfortunate that they do that. Wish there was a fix for that. But maybe next year, depending on where these cars are. I do have Haggerty insurance on this, so I do have towing. I don't know, on the white car at least, what the mileage limit is for towing on it. Worst case scenario, I'd have to rent a U-Haul and a trailer and throw it on there. So, yeah, like I said, worst case scenario. But that's for the future. This is now. Man, did this thing fight me today. So, I'll take that as a win. Never give up. Love what you do. Try to take your time. I got real mad there for a minute, but you got to take a breath, step back for a minute, take it easy. But yeah. Hopefully you guys like that. Give me a comment if you liked it or what I should do next or what do you think I should do. Hopefully you liked it. I might have just said that. Anyway, I'm just rambling. Hit the like, hit that subscribe for me, please. That'd be great. Anyway, for now, take it easy.